Hey everybody, this is Erica from the Classy Climb blog, coming to you today talking about you can make it anywhere, not just Texas, not just New York, and not just LA. But first, before we start, check down below for the Classy Climb School courses on how to start a business from scratch, how to hustle up your income, and also how to design your life so you can live the American dream that you love and you deserve. So back to my point. I see a lot of people always saying, well, Erica, there's a joke. They always say Black people think if they move to Atlanta, all their problems will be solved, right? Which is kind of funny because a lot of people do move to Atlanta. Anyway, but it's a great place. So, but also there's this ideal that if I move to New York, I'll be an actress. If I move to LA, I'll be an actress or I'll be a star. If I move to Texas, I'll be this booming, bustling oil baron or I'll be this wealthy cowboy. And I'm sorry to say, folks, 90% of the time, if you are not hustling, growing, developing you where you are now, it won't matter when you get there. I know everybody's gonna say, but Erica, you do so many videos about moving and how it grows you. Yes, but there has to be an awareness. Half the time people stay in their hometowns because it's comfortable. It's very, very, very comfortable. And they go, oh, my family's here. I got a good job. I'm good. Instead of going, how can I make a legacy in this town? How can I, there's a course I put together called Small Towns, Big Profits. Because if you learn anything, Warren Buffett, any of these people, you really look at it, it's the guy in the small town that ends up owning multiple car dealerships. It's the guy in the small town who owns a bunch of land. It's the guy in the small town who was like, I guess I'll keep buying houses because nobody wants these old houses. It's those people who really make a killing. And you can too. You can too. It doesn't have to be just you move to this new place and you'll be a star. Everybody says if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. No, if you can make it in your own town, you can make it anywhere. Be realistic, people. New York is not some dream paradise of a state. Stop. Millions of people are leaving there and there's a reason. Okay. So that's on that one part. But this is the thing. It's a part of that procrastination. It's a part of that Tomorrowland. When you say, if I move to Texas, if I move to New York, if I move to Virginia, if I move to Atlanta, everything, all my problems will go away and I'll have this magical life in Tomorrowland. Sorry. No. If you can't make it, you can make it anywhere, really, if you want to be honest, and that's why I taught the course, because I feel like people go, well, I'm in this small town. And I go, well, how small is your town? 200,000 people. Are you kidding me? You can't find 100 people to give you $100. You can't find 100 people to sell $1,000 service to. I mean, there is a level of everybody will know your name if you do it right in a small town. And have you ever gone to small towns and see real estate agents who are like, own everything in the town, just own everything? They're like the prominent real estate agent that has like 100 properties, right? And it happens all the time. Why? Because they have a vision and they know it. In the small town, they can be widely recognized and advertising can get real cheap. So that's why I created Small Town Big Profits, because if you really are serious about going back to a town of 100,000, 50,000, 25,000, you got to have a plan. And you got to know, like, let's say you're a plumber and you're like, Erica, I'm just a plumber in this small town. Well, first of all, you got to first see if there's a town near you that is a little bit bigger, and advertise your services there, plus advertise the services in your town. So then you ever see people who say, wow, we service the local 8 counties, because they had a plan. They were like, we need $100,000 plus a year. And how are we going to get that money? We got to service more counties, right? So dreaming big, thinking big is how you make it anywhere. When I moved to Texas, this is the saddest thing. When I moved to Texas, I would find, I applied for some jobs. I got 5 job offers in 3 days. Not even specialized jobs, just 5 job offers in 3 days. And I would run into people with master degrees and say, I can't find a job anywhere. Texas is in a recession. It was so ludicrous to me. I made a video about it, because people could be in the middle of New York City and be in poverty. They can be in the middle of New York City and be a great singer and never make it. But I know right now I have family in North Carolina. I'm originally from North Carolina, military brat, moved around. But in North Carolina right now, in Wilmington, there would be TV shows being filmed, because it's a giant film industry, like second in the nation to Los Angeles. And people would go They would travel all the way to Wilmington to be an extra in a TV show. And then eventually they'd be into Broadway shows, or they would be into shows in their local town. I know a girl who is like doing so many shows, she's living her dream. Now, she's not on New York's Broadway, but she's living her dream. She's acting. She's being in roles. She's going down to Wilmington. She's being an extra in movies. That's the real American dream, is being able to say, this is my purpose. This is what I'm good at, and I'm going to make it anywhere. Now, this same young lady actually prepared on some really big shows in Atlanta, in New York, and LA. But she realizes, man, it's so much cheaper to live here. Orlando Bloom from Mad TV, he even lives in freaking Wilmington and has a production company down there. It's not just Tyler Perry. You can decide where you want to dream your dream. So don't tell me that in Tomorrowland, when you move to New York, when you move to Texas, when you move to Florida, stop. Figure out how to dominate in your small town. Figure out how that everybody should know your name. And I do a whole YouTube. I have another program about dominating YouTube and Facebook to stand out, because a lot of times if you're in a small town and anytime somebody Googles your town, many people move to North Carolina. North Carolina, the past 10 years have been the number one. It actually beat out Texas for consistency, right? Texas has ebbs and flows, and a bunch of people leave in droves and a bunch of people come back. But North Carolina has beat Texas out for consistency, number one in overall growth. Why is that? Why is a state with like 10 million, 11 million people beating a state with 39 million people? Because it's consistently in the searches. People consistently Google Charlotte, consistently Google Raleigh, and see it as a livable place, a livable state with great income, great rental returns, lots of stuff. You have beaches and mountains in the same state, right? And it's not a hot desert, because Texas is pretty daggone hot. But what people have to realize is, I know people in all different kinds of towns in North Carolina who are the man in the town, or the woman in the town, right? Where they own businesses, they own little plazas, they own rental properties. There's one guy in Fayetteville who owned 100 houses. And when he got tired of owning the houses, he slowly sold a lot of them and then went to commercial and then went to bigger cities. But how did that happen? He made a conscious decision up here that he was going to make it here. And his dollar amount, whether it was $50,000 a month or $20,000 a month, whatever it was, he was going to make it, because it starts up here. You got to dominate where you are now. If you're not dominating a 20,000 person town, what makes you think you're going to go to New York or California or LA and boom, magic's going to happen? What makes people think of that? I always wonder, because I go, if you can't even have people know your name in your local town, what does that do for you? Like, I love seeing real estate agents with the magnets on the car. I love seeing hair braiders and barbers and all people with the signs on the side of the car. Why? Because they're willing to go, this is my town and you're going to see my face. One way or another, you're going to see my face. While I drove for Uber in Austin, I put signs on the side of the car. Now, people may have been like, man, that real estate agent's always got people in her car. Or they didn't know, right? So look, decide, right? Decide you're going to dominate where you are. I have a great friend who's in New York right now, and his online business is kicking butt. He's kicking butt, and he goes around and he makes YouTube videos at different restaurants because he knows he can make it there. He can make it anywhere, but he can make it there. And he's in New York already. So there's so many people who, if you're not going to dominate where you are, what do you think happens when you go somewhere else? Like, this is Erica from the Classy Clown blog. I definitely want you to check out Small Town Big Profits. I also want to check out Creating Your Own Economy, how to stand out on YouTube and Facebook, and decide. Are you ready to move tomorrow? Then let's go. Let's go ahead and start that new life. But leave your comments below. Let me know, where is a dream city for you, or a dream state? It's okay to share that. I like hearing those ideals where people think a dream state is for them, whether it's in business or in life. So you guys have a great day. This is Erica from the Classy Clown blog.